All right, let's get right into it. Fellow defenders, security engineers, risk managers, consider this your official Code Ninja emergency security advisory. We are looking at an absolute worst-case scenario architectural flaw that is actively being exploited in the wild right now. I'm talking about CVE 2026-46817. It's an unauthenticated remote code execution vulnerability, and it's buried deep inside the Oracle Payments product of Oracle eBusiness Suite. Listen, this isn't a drill, this isn't some theoretical academic exercise. Attackers are currently using this to completely compromise systems and take over enterprise financial processing. And the kicker? They don't need a single credential to do it. Now, the number you absolutely need to burn into your brain right now is 9.8. That's the CVSS 3.1 base score, 9.8 out of 10, critical severity. So, what does a 9.8 actually mean for your perimeter? Well, it means the attack vector is purely network-based over HTTP. The complexity? Incredibly low. There are 0 privileges required and literally 0 user interaction needed. An attacker just shoots a specially crafted request over to your server and boom, they have arbitrary code execution. When we're talking about enterprise financial processing, a vulnerability of this magnitude means your invoicing, your supply chain payments, your payroll data, it's all completely exposed. So why are we rushing this out? The sole objective of this coordinated vulnerability disclosure briefing is to arm you with the exact, actionable intelligence you need to lock down your environments immediately. We have to force immediate mitigation and mandate vendor patch deployment across your entire enterprise perimeter right now, before this blast radius gets any bigger. Honestly, you just cannot afford to wait on this one. Okay, let's map out how quickly this escalated, because the timeline here is wild. On May 28th, Oracle officially discloses the CVE, which basically drops a ticking time bomb into their critical patch update. Literally the very next day, CISA updates the record with critical weakness classifications. Fast forward a bit to June 17th, and the exact footprint of the affected software is totally locked in. And then reality hits hard on June 27th. Defused cyber honeypots actually capture active targeted exploitation in the wild. That's roughly 6 weeks post-patch, way before any public proof of concept was even floating around. So that window of theoretical risk we always talk about, yeah, it's completely slammed shut. Before we dive into the exact blast radius and telemetry data, we need to do a quick comms check. Are you receiving this intelligence? If you're a defender who actively monitors threat feeds, right now is the exact moment you need to be hyper-focused. Here's the protocol, folks. Make sure you hit subscribe on @cybertech79 and enable those notifications immediately. In today's threat landscape, real-time intelligence isn't just some nice-to-have luxury. It's an absolute, fundamental security necessity. And I need you to drop a like on this explainer right now as a formal ACK, an acknowledgement, that this emergency warning has successfully reached your station. Section 1. The blast radius, system compromise, and business impact. What's truly alarming here is just the massive scale of this architectural failure. The vulnerability lives specifically in the file transmission subcomponent of Oracle Payments. CISA ADP highlighted a few things here. We're looking at CVE-2026-46817, which is Improper Privilege Management. Then there's CVE-2026-46817, Improper Authentication. But the absolute most devastating one is CVE-2026, Missing Authentication for a Critical Function. The component just flat out fails to validate inputs from unauthenticated connections. It's like leaving the master key right in the lock. If you're running Oracle eBusiness Suite versions 12.2.3 through 12.2.15, the front door to your application tier is wide open. And that brings us to the real-world business consequences, which are brutal. A successful attack here doesn't just mean you have a compromised server, it means a total takeover of Oracle Payments. We're talking about the immediate theft of highly sensitive payment card data, complete manipulation of financial records, and totally halted cash flow. And for businesses in the US and Canada, this directly triggers massive regulatory nightmares. You're blowing right past PCI DSS, SOX, HIPAA, and PIPEIDA compliance requirements. A breach of this magnitude erodes customer trust overnight and is going to rack up some truly devastating recovery costs. Like I said, this isn't just theory. Let's look at the exact telemetry diffused cyber's honeypots captured on June 27, 2026. The threat actor used highly crafted, unauthenticated HTTP post requests pointing straight at the /OA_HTML/endpoint, sneaking in a malicious XML payload. This wasn't spray and pray. It was highly targeted. The activity came from a single EU-based source IP 45.84. Whatever. At exactly 0538, we saw the first file pull.
And get this, the attacker's tool brazenly self-identified in the traffic as IB Transmit Lab POC/1.0. They actually followed up with 5 more attempts right after that. Make no mistake, this was a direct, targeted proof of concept strike.
Section 2. The protocol. Critical mitigation steps. Okay, grab your notepads, because here is your hard, actionable protocol. Step 1. You need to apply the Oracle Critical Patch Update for April or May 2026 immediately. This is your primary remediation. There is no way around it. If you happen to be on version 12.2.15, you specifically need patch 37086397. Step 2. Until you can get that patch fully verified, you absolutely must restrict HTTP network access to the Oracle Payments components. Only allow connections from trusted IP ranges, or enforce strict VPN access so you can block all untrusted external traffic. Finally, step 3, spin up a web application firewall, a WAF, and make sure the rules are explicitly designed to filter out suspicious input patterns targeting that file transmission component. Seriously, do not leave this exposed to the open web for one more second. We're bringing you this urgent briefing today because, honestly, sharing this intelligence is a strict ethical necessity. Coordinated vulnerability disclosure exists for one reason. Defenders like you need the absolute, unfiltered truth so you can protect your enterprise perimeter before the threat actors strike. We expose the flaws so we can force the fixes. So, now that you know exactly how the adversary is breaching the perimeter, the only question left is, are you patching fast enough to beat them to your own data? Lock down those systems, execute the protocol immediately, and as always, stay secure.